Lasermate. Eject. Operation. Channel intro.
Hello fellow YouTubers, WfC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to viewers new and old, and today I'm taking a look at Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Golden Disc Collection Terrorsaur. Yes, this Golden Disc Collection is comprised of 4 sets, because one of those sets comes with 2 figures. And this is really the only one I wanted, because the other ones were based on obscure characters, whereas this one is based on someone who was at least one of the main characters in Beast Wars, not really the biggest role. I mean, in all honesty, he was like one of my least favorite characters in the show. But still, I knew I had to get this. This is probably like the last Terrorsaur we're going to get, maybe ever, if not just for a very long time. So, for the package, I really like this. I love the golden disc right here. And I think this is the only figure in the line that does actually come with a golden disc. I think. I could be wrong. There's the top, there's the back, shows in robot mode, and is not too good looking Pteranadactyl mode. I'm honestly not sure how well I'm going to feel about this in terms of like embodying the character. Because I mean, it does look a little off. It's based on the Air Razor mold, which was one of my favorite Kingdom molds. But again, I'm not fully sure how I'm going to feel about it as Terrorsaur. But, you know, we'll see. I might change my mind. Deluxe class. So, let's go ahead and get this open. There, like that. Okay, and he comes packaged in Pterodactyl mode. I keep wanting to say mold. Oh, and there's a golden disc right there. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, this looks like it should be pretty cool. So, let's get him open and see how he is. Okay, so here's Terrorsaur in his, I forget if it's Pteranodon or Pterodactyl mode, so for the rest of the review I'm going to call it the Pteranodactyl mode. And, I mean, it's probably the best they could do, given the mold they were having to work off of. The only thing is, though, that, you know, this configuration does not work, because their feet do not go like this. They're down more like this. So it doesn't look too bad when you do it like that. However, these feet are, the ball joints in the feet are incredibly loose, which is quite unfortunate in all honesty. Now this is, of course, based on the Air Razor mold, and for the heck of it, let's just go ahead and do this now. Here she is, and obviously this mold works a lot better for her. This isn't bad, but on almost all accounts, the original version of the mold is better. But still, he does maintain some of the positive traits of the mold, like his wings. Again, sorry about that. Storage is, phone is saying the storage is full again, even though it isn't. Anyway, the wings are very well articulated. Not quite as well as Air Razors, but still pretty nice. So you can get him in some good flight poses, and he can fly along and terrorize the Maximals, or other Predacons for that matter. So overall, it's not too bad. You do also want to be careful because these pop off super easily. He's got some nice molded hands, if that's what you call them. Colors are pretty good. Now you do have this gun. And again, that's another area where Air Razor wins, is that the weapon storage worked a lot better. That's really stupid. I don't like that. So I just set it off to the side. So, bring out the rest of the Predacons who were on the Predacon ship at the beginning of the series. So there's Megatron, there's Waspinator, here's Scorponok, and for the heck of it, here's Dinobot. And I mean, these look pretty cool together. I do like how it looks. I mean, scale isn't perfect, but I mean, come on, it's Beast Wars. Predacon's scale was, you know, kind of all over the place. Then here's Black Arachnia, gonna take out Dinobot. Alright, so that's most of the Season 1 Predacons. Again, just waiting for the hopefully waiting for Tarantulas and Inferno soon. Those might get revealed tomorrow. I'm not fully sure, but it'd be really cool if they did. Yeah, I do like how these look. I think they look pretty cool together. And I'm not really going to talk about the Golden Disc much until we get to Robot Mode. Now, posability, I mean, you get up and down. You do get a rotation right here. Then you do kind of get some right here if you cheat a little bit. And then, of course, this can open, the beak, which is really nice. Again, the wings, pretty much covered those. And legs, I mean, not too much you can do with those. That's going to help you with this guy anyway. So, I think that pretty much covers the, the Pteranadactyl mode. So we can get onto the transformation. So, Terrorsaur, terrorize. And transformation, pretty similar to, almost identical to Air Racers, with a few added features. To begin, let's just get the wings kind of out of the way. Pull this out to the side, and don't pop that off. Hold the legs down, like this. Let's do the same on this side. Okay, there's these little pieces right here that when you get this figure, they're kind of wrapped up in this plastic thingy, and just be careful you don't accidentally throw them away. Okay, so then rotate right here below the knees, then rotate right here at the feet, then pull these out, pull the fists out, rotate right here at the bicep. Do the same on this side. Fold up here. Rotate at the waist. There's always been a lot of rotation with this mold. Fold this down. Pull this back. Now this is where it kind of deviates. Well, pulling this section back anyway. Flip the head out like this. And then, just kind of fold this down like that. Then you can collapse this and then just fold this back right here like this. I think that's... Oh, here we go. Okay. Pull this down first, then tab it in. Then that's hanging off the back of the head, but oh well. And then of course, just tab this into place. I'm not sure how much this is coming across on camera. Sorry about that. And then of course, fold this and fold this. Then of course you can arm him up. And there's Terrorsaur in his robot mode. And I mean, this robot mode is pretty good for the most part. There's some things about it that are pretty off, but to me it gets the overall correct look of him right. Plus you get the golden disc, which, as I said, is a very nice inclusion because I didn't get the arc, and I'm honestly not planning to. It would have been cool to get, but not too worried about it. Especially since a lot of people didn't really seem super happy with it. So hopefully there's some way I can get the other golden disc, but for now, here's this one, which is really nice. Really like the sculpted details on there. And it says the Sounds of Earth on there. So, really nice to have this. Unfortunately, it can't really fit into many figures' hands super well, and I'll go into that in a minute. I mean, Terrorsaur can't hold it in any way, which I'm okay with that. Head sculpt, again, it's a little off. It's not perfectly accurate, but I still look at it and think that's Terrorsaur. And I don't know, that doesn't bug me as much as with, you know, the Rhinox. I know I bash that figure a lot, but you know, I just brought it up because it seemed relevant. Now, he's got a lot of back kibble. That ain't too pretty. Air Razor cleaned up the... Here, let me just bring her out. Air Razor cleaned up a lot better. She's got her wings on her back, but that's, you know, what I want. Which Terrorsaur does too, and that's okay. But just the head hanging out the back kind of bugs me, whereas with Air Razor it formed a part of her. And again, I know they couldn't really properly do that with Terrorsaur, but I do wish they could have worked something else out. I know that's being a little too critical, but you know, I mean, I'm paying $30 for this thing, so. Anyway, there they are side by side. And again, I do like this figure, but I still think the original version of the mold definitely succeeds on pretty much all accounts. Let's go ahead and get this over with. Let's just go ahead and do the comparisons. Here he is with Megatron. Yes. Sorry, I'm just enjoying doing that impression lately. Let's bring in Dinobot. Let's see, here's Scorponok, his fellow dead guy from Season 2. And Waspinator, who, you know, we kind of teamed up with in a lot of Season 1 episodes. They were kind of the dumb duo. So here they are. I mean, scaling with the Predacons, again, I don't really think is quite as good as with the Maximals, but they still don't look too bad. And of course, here's Black Arachnia. Take out Dinobot. So again, just waiting for Tarantulas and Inferno. Please, Legacy, do not let me down on those. And then I'd be done with the Season 1 teams. So, that's pretty exciting. This guy does not like standing up. So, thing is with Dinobot, he can sort of hold the golden disc, but not perfectly well. Like, it has to be kind of at an angle, which is a bit of a shame. It would have been nice if there was some sort of port you could attach to it or something, but oh well. It's not the end of the world. Now, the way I do like to have it is with Megatron holding it, because that works pretty well. Or I could do it in this side, which, yeah, I might stick with that. So, that works. Now for Terrorsaur's articulation. Head is on a ball joint. It's also got this transformation joint so he can look up more and down a little bit more. Head can turn, but doesn't really look like he can do a full 360. So that's a bit of a shame, but oh well. No tilting. The shoulders can do a full 360. They can go out that far. You get a bicep swivel. Do get an elbow bend, a little bit over 90 degrees. You get fist articulation. You do get a waist swivel, a little bit. This part kind of hinders it, but you can just untab that if you want. Legs can kick forward that far and back that far. They can go out to the side that far. You do get a knee swivel. You get a crazy knee bend. And you do kind of get a bend at the shin and foot articulation, but again, these ball joints are a little loose, so he has a hard time supporting his own weight, which is kind of a shame, but oh well. It's not a problem Air Razor is completely free of, but it wasn't as big of a problem. I do think the sculpting on the gun is nice. Just wish there was some way you could have guns come out of his, like from behind him. over the sides of his head, because he did that in the show, and I would have liked him to have worked that in somehow. But, oh well. So, in all honesty, I think that pretty much covers him. So I'll go ahead and stick him on my Beast Wars display. Okay, so there's Terrorsaur with my Beast Wars Season 1 display, which is going to need some tweaking. But, you know, it's nice to have another Predacon. So overall, I think this is a good figure. It's not amazing. Like I said, it is a slight downgrade from the Air Razor mold, which in my opinion was greater. Just a flat-out amazing figure. I mean, one of my favorite Kingdom molds. But I do still think he's pretty good. Pteranadactyl Mode, it's pretty good. I think it might be the best they could have done with the mold they were working with. Transformation, same as Air Razors. I like it. And Robot Mode, I think it's nice. It's not perfectly accurate. But again, Terrorsaur is not my favorite Beast Wars character, so just getting one that I think is just good, I don't really mind that. And getting the golden disc, that's a very nice inclusion. So, I do think this is a figure you should get, but as I said at the beginning of the video, this is like the last Terrorsaur we're probably going to get for a while, if not just ever. So, I do recommend him based on that. Unfortunately, he's sold out on most sites, and your only option is to pay like triple the price to buy him from like a scalper. But odds are he will get restocked. So if he does get if and when he does get restocked, grab him, because he is good. So if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.